Hey everybody, Naomi King talking about money. Why should we talk about money? Why do you think we should talk about money? I think there are 4 reasons why we need to talk about money. You and me, all right? Let's talk about it. Number 1, we need to talk about it because we all have needs, right? We have needs for shelter. We have needs for transportation to get to work. We have needs for food. We have needs for childcare for our child to be left somewhere safe. We have the need for health care. All these things are needs, all right? And maybe we need to take a few extra shifts at work to pay for them, or maybe we need to just ask someone for help. That's the number 1 reason why we need to talk about money out loud. Number 2, we need to talk about money because we don't live in isolation. Am I right? We don't live alone. It's not just about us. Our money gets combined around our families, and not just our spouses and our children, but also the greater community, right? Money isn't just about us. When you get a hold of that, you realize money can make a difference in the world. We realize that the number 1 reason why people are getting divorced in our nation is because they're fighting about money. Their priorities are a mess around this topic, and they can't talk properly about it. We want to talk about it because we don't want to be a statistic, am I right? Number 3, we talk about money because we all have bodies, right? Our health is at stake. We talk about it for the health of it, all right? We talk about it. Did you know the number 1 reason why people start staying awake in the middle of the night is because they're stressed out about money? Did you know you can actually put your body in a pre-diabetic state just by lack of sleep? You need to talk about money so you can get a good night's rest and that your health doesn't take a beating, okay? Number 4, I talk about money because Jesus talked about it. He talked about it a lot. And even if you're not a religious person, these are compelling stories, all right? These stories like the story of the Good Samaritan, the person who had compassion and he stopped and he shared his money with a stranger. The story of the prodigal son, right? The boy who took his daddy's wealth and squandered every dime of it. And even then, his father forgave him, had compassion, and threw a party for him because he came back. He came back to his mind, all right? And he came back to his daddy. We think about the story of the man who built up his barns, right? He took all of his significance from his money and he just said, I'm just going to sit back, eat, drink, and be merry. Life is going good for me. And that night, the voice of God came to him and said, you fool, what good is your money going to be to you now? Because now, tonight, your life is required of you. Money is incredibly entertaining to me, right? You can learn a lot from these stories that Jesus told. And the issues around money are important. And you and I need to talk about them. Why do you think we should talk about money?